Celebrities, they're just like us. They have complicated families and dark hidden secrets. And I have a Hollywood story so wild, so twisted, so expertly covered up that it makes Scientology look like a Pinterest board. It's all about actor Clark Gable, the Hollywood icon, the human jawline, the emotional liability in a three-piece suit, who had a secret love child with Loretta Young in the 1930s. And when I say secret, I mean career-ending. You're about to get blacklisted, kind of secret.
Hear ye, hear ye! Come forth, all Instagram baddies and crypto bros, for the most salacious gossip in the whole village. Abby's done the work to bring you the Olde Gossip.
So allow me to set the scene for you. It's almost 100 years ago. It is 1935, and Clark and Loretta Young are filming Call of the Wild together. Clark Gable, he's married, but he's doing that thing where he smolders with both eyes and women's legs just fly open. Now, Loretta, she is a devout Catholic. Like, she could guilt a priest into repenting, but somehow she ends up pregnant. In 1930s Hollywood, that's less of a life event and more of a public relations disaster, not just because Clark Gable was cheating on his wife, but because a child out of wedlock was the social equivalent to advertising your OnlyFans and a church bulletin. Obviously, abortion back in those days wasn't really an option. It was illegal, unsafe, and also, again, Loretta, devoutly Catholic. She believed in God, the studio system, and not letting a little thing like biology ruin her ratings. So she pulls the most elegant disappearing act in Hollywood history. She, quote-unquote, goes on vacation, which is the official 1930s euphemism for, I'll be gone until I'm no longer visibly compromised. So she gives birth in secret. She hides the baby in an orphanage for 19 months. Like it's a screenplay that needs some rewrites. And then this is where it goes from scandal to psychological thriller. She adopts her own daughter back after 19 months.
What?
Yeah.
I see the play that she's doing.
Loretta Young reintroduced her actual child as her adopted child. Like, oh, look at this sweet little girl who coincidentally has my face and Clark Gable's Dumbo ears. What a miracle. As for why she waited 19 months to adopt her, is probably to make the lack of connection between the two a little bit more plausible and keep any association with that movie at bay. Now, the daughter, her name is Judy Lewis, and she grows up with absolutely no idea. She's just like, wow, how lucky am I that this rich and famous actress just adopted me? That's pretty cool. How lucky am I? Now, no one tells her anything. Meanwhile, people are side-eyeing her at the studio commissary like, why does Loretta Young's adopted daughter look like she could close a deal at MGM? So at one point, a doctor tells Judy, the daughter, that she needs her ears pinned back because they are so clearly Clark Gable's that it's affecting the lie. Not her life, the lie. She has to get plastic surgery just to make it look more plausible that she is not the result of Clark Gable and Loretta Young, whatever happened between them.
Wild.
So now let's talk about Clark, because this man fathered her and ghosted so hard that it's honestly kind of impressive. Just never acknowledged her, never spoke to her. Clark Gable, brilliant actor, terrible Wi-Fi signal. So Clark, by definition, was a deadbeat dad, 100%. But it's actually more likely that Loretta probably wanted nothing to do with him, because there are some reports from her daughter that cited that their encounter may not have been totally consensual. So Judy eventually pieces itself together, because of course she does. She looks exactly like the two of them. She's got half the face of a Hollywood legend and all of the trauma of somebody raised inside of a conspiracy. She confronts Loretta, and Loretta gives her the classic gaslight with pearls on routine. She denies everything, looks her dead in the eye, and says, no, darling, of course you're adopted. You must be imagining the genetic evidence literally hanging from your face. Loretta doesn't admit the truth until she's dead. She left it in a memoir, like, dear daughter, sorry for the 40-year lie. My bad. Also, here's some recipes and my thought on hymn links. So it's pretty incredible. Judy Lewis lived an entire life, full adult career, kids, before she got the truth. And meanwhile, she's walking around with ears that practically whistle Gone with the Wind. That's how Hollywood operated. Men did whatever they wanted. Women had to hire nannies, build fake adoption narratives, and create entire origin stories like they're writing the next Batman adaptation. Imagine adopting your own kid just so no one finds out that you had sex one time and that the father was a famous man who couldn't even send a Christmas card Not even a congrats on surviving your own cover-up letter. So the next time you think your family has some weird history, remember somewhere out there a woman birthed a baby, placed her in a foster home, waited 19 months, and then walked in and said, you know what? I feel called to adopt this one. Judy would eventually write a memoir called Uncommon Knowledge, which is polite Catholic speak for everyone lied to me for 31 years. Because in Hollywood, the truth isn't just inconvenient, it is a liability with a great jawline. And your biggest role might be playing dumb, even when your face already gave away the plot.
Wild.
That is crazy.
Insane behavior.
It's like real life, but a movie.
It's literally a movie. They should have starred in it. They could have all played themselves.
Wild.
The Bert Show.